Well, we're rapidly approaching the end of November. It's not very warm, and I'm now getting ready to start my next project, which will see me through the winter. Quite excited by this. This was a car that I started 3 years ago, and it's been sitting in the corner of the workshop for quite some time, but not anymore. It's now in pole position in the spray booth, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it now. So this is a very, very early 1958 Frogeye Sprite. It was an American import, and as such they don't go rusty in all the normal places. So what we've had on this one, I think I replaced the battery tray area, but the inner wings, all that, the sills, the scuttle, that's all original. I've replaced the floors on both sides, and then these supporting sections there, put them on there, put those. But it was a really nice car. In a further video, I'll show you a little bit more about the details that make a 58 car a little bit more unique. It's a little bit like people have got a fixation with a 59 type Mini because they're that much different. It was a sort of prototype that went into production. So the plan for this one, as you can see, I have painted it already and I have scratched it already. I may paint the outside of the car again because it's all it's done, it's been painted and left, and I think I can do better. So my plan is to probably mask everything up and just paint the rear end and paint the scuttle again. But I'm going to make this into, this is going to be an Ashley Sprite. Back in the day, in the early 60s, Ashley designed their own fiberglass front for the car, which was quite unique, and it was very period for the time. So I'm going to have an Ashley front on it, and the roof is our regular Ashley fastback Frogeye roof. So it will be a proper Ashley Frogeye Sprite, albeit a 58 car, and I will be putting some more interesting parts on it, but still keeping it looking original, in as much as we'll have a modified 1275 engine, disc brakes on it, and nicer interior trim, although it will be in the original style, but that'll all be in leather. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting stuck into this over the next few months. So stick with us on YouTube and you'll see it all start to come together. So yeah, it's all going to be very interesting. Now stick with us and I'll show you some of the differences that a 58 car has compared to the later Frogeyes. So this is our 58 Frogeye that we were just mentioning, and some of the things on this I think are even different to some of the other 58 cars I've seen. So these strengthening gussets are here on this car, which you don't get on a normal Frogeye. Most people know about the fact that it doesn't have a wraparound chassis leg. It just has these sort of buttress devices that strengthen the boot floor to the wheel arch. I think they must have worked out that they weren't really strong enough, and that's why they put that big chassis section that went round there. Sorry, I haven't got any light on in there, and all round the back of around there to make them stronger. Other than that, inside the car, I don't think there's a lot much different. I don't know if the tunnel's different, I don't think so. But what I did notice was this wheel arch area. So this is all different. This section that's all been spot welded in there They don't have that. I guess that's obviously a strengthening thing. Similarly, this panel here, which the shock absorber bolts to, part of the rear spring locating device is all part of that. Now this car's all original, unwelded, so all these little welds here are exactly as they were when they left the factory in '58 and was sent out to America. I don't know if there's, oh, that's a little bit different. Look at that those little ridges up there next to the spring strap support. Again, this, as I say, this is all original as it would have been back in the day, which you don't come across that very often. As I said, these seals are the original seals on the car, because what happened with the American cars, they just parked them up with no hood on them and they filled up with water on the floor, so the floor's all rotted out. But generally, this side, this part of it, that all stayed there. So this is all good. This is all pretty original. I did, if I remember rightly, I think I re-welded this along this top edge just to strengthen it. So all that lot's all original. Back on there again. You can see where the holes are from the little buffers. Also different, they're supports for the radiator, little flimsy ones. Now I've never seen one of these cars with this section on it. So that piece there, and there would have been one there, but that's gone. But I'm not too bothered by that because I won't be fitting a standard exhaust manifold in there. But this is all different. People probably know about this. Normally here, you've got, this is a big box section that comes down like in that shape. So all this has got is just a single layer there. You can see where that thing there that would have been over there would have been attached to it. But that's, I say, that's gone at some time in its last 70 years or whatever it is. And so it just has this little section here, this little box section here, U-shaped piece that fits there, and the same on the other side there. I dare say there are other differences that people will pick up on. But again, like I was saying, these are all the original spot welds that came from the factory back in '58, which is really nice to see. I had the whole car sandblasted before I did the welding and repairs on it. So yeah, that's sort of some of the details that these cars have. Oh, this little bit here, that section there is welded in. It's got a little panel welded in there. Normally that's open, I believe. This is different as well because, yeah, it's got that plate welded in there. I welded on top of it to make it a little bit stronger, because you won't see that with the trim on it. So yeah, this is our '58 Frogeye, and it will be coming together.